What's up, everybody? Good afternoon, good evening. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. We're live, back live for the day. And there's been a lot that's kind of happened today. I've been hearing a lot of stuff, kind of keeping an eye, getting all kinds of notifications, bombings, something about an airport. It was crazy today. Crazy. So we're gonna have to get into all of that. Make sure I can see you guys in the chat here. There you go. Amazing. What's up? What's up? So, and you can see like the fire off in the distance. Mass evacuations today. What's going on right here? Too much oil. Mass evacuations. Craziness. I don't even know where to start. Gosh. Maybe we should start from the most recent stuff, I guess. There's been a lot of rumors, first of all, that Iran, I see a lot of accounts, I guess fake accounts. They said, oh, Iran's willing to come to the table. They want to talk now. No. That's not true. These same accounts keep posting it over and over and over. Well, they spoke to an official. And the official says there's no contact. There's no engagement. There's no nothing right now. Nada. Zilch. Sounds off? What sounds off? You guys see me clearly? Everything's good? Oh. AI's causing havoc. I know, it's crazy, man. Nothing's real anymore. You can't tell what's real. And all the fake stuff up, like getting the top likes, retweets. It's incredible. Incredible. So Trump said that Iran's Navy is gone. Navy is gone is what they're saying. And that was after yesterday where that boat was blown up. Oh man, you remember that? Boat, warship, Iran's warship was blown up. There's something actually really interesting too that I was just seeing about like before I went live. And they were saying that Iran is using, what is it called? I want to show you. I might even have to change the title. I wonder if this is a new tactic. They're saying that Iran is firing cluster munitions at Israel. So I'm going to show that in a second here. That looks pretty crazy. Cluster munitions. Oh. I wonder how that like Iron Dome and all those automated systems they have react to that, like the munitions thing firing off. Okay, let's see. What? People are saying no audio. My levels are going through unless there's something wrong with YouTube. I'll check my phone real quick. So let's see. I hear myself. I hear myself clearly, no problem. Those are fragments. They posted, let me see. Weapons. Okay, Iran firing cluster munitions, weapons designed to scatter submunitions across wide areas. Fired at one of the densest areas in the region. Cluster warheads don't discriminate between military targets and apartment buildings. And then there's another report. It says reports of 3 separate scenes of shrapnel falling across Israel right now after Iranian missile barrage. I wonder if that's like some type of tactic. Some type of get whatever, hit whatever you can. Oh, so this was something I saw a couple of people talking about this, and this was big. I haven't listened to this yet. So the context with this is Netanyahu advisor, Iranian missile hit girls' school. Speaking on CNN, Ophir Falk, political advisor to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, said the strike on a girls' school in Menab that reportedly killed 175 students was not an Israeli attack. According to Falk, the tragedy caused by a failed Iranian missile, that misfired. I wonder if that's true. That's pretty big. That is huge if that's true. A misfired missile. I had kind of heard that, those rumblings. So let me show, I guess they put a clip here. Yeah, full screen. Oh, is that the missile right there that hit the girls' school? They're saying it misfired. It was Iran. And a lot of people jumped on this thing of the USA and blah, blah, blah. Like, there's been a whole thing about this. They're saying this is the missile. Damn, that's crazy. Crazy. I wonder if they've responded to that. Oh, wait, this is insane, dude. I gotta show you guys this to Tel Aviv at this very moment. They're saying this is Tel Aviv. Let me see. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. Holy ish. What happened while I was gone? Oh, what? If you guys could help me out too, please, if you could hit the like button, help get me out there on the algorithm. I appreciate it. Really helps boost me out there. So they're saying this guy Mario posted, and his posts are pretty on point when I've seen his post. He's saying, what is this here? Oh, that this is Israel.
תיקח מהגג, תיקח 3 קולים, תפרוס לכיוון ההוא מסביב. מסביב? כן. אספקה לרכב. מנסים לקרוא על הכיוון שלנו. אליור אומר שאין אחת. אין אחת למעלה?
אבל באחד מעדין, כל אחד אומר לי משהו אחר פה בשכנים, בוא תקרבו.
Wow. Almost hard to believe. Gonna look more into that. What? I don't know. Hold on a second. I wonder if that video is real now, because I saw a comment under that. Let me try to check that out and see if it's true. Fact check 4 days ago. Let's see. Oh, somebody said there's so many fact checks on this. Oh, this is something. Okay, this is a different video. Let's fact check. Let me see. I see the video he posted being tied to a different fake video. The Grok is tying it to a different fake video because I see some articles, but this doesn't look like that situation. I mean, I'll keep looking though. I'll keep checking. I wonder if it's from here. Let me see. No, I don't see him. It's like, it's so unfortunate that people do this, man, because it's like you don't know what's real and what's not, you know, like when you're looking for information and stuff. It's just maybe that's part of it, so people don't know anymore what's true, what's not. What's going on over here? Israeli strikes reportedly slammed southern Beirut with explosions, lighting up the skyline. Yeah, I mean, look at the fire there in the distance. We'll try giving this a refresh. Refresh. So this was a... Well, oh, just a screen glitching. Air raid sirens reported across Kuwait. No immediate explanation from officials, leaving people online scrambling. There was like this mass evacuation I saw earlier today. I wish I would have got on earlier. Reuters was out there. They had like an interesting video feed. It ended. Let me see if they happen to be back out there. Oh, Hexeth is live right now. Oh, shoot. All right, let's check out Hexeth.
Head of policy in terms of what we might do. What I will point out is this is now the 12th country that Iran has attacked. 12 countries, and it goes right back to the Secretary's.
Should we start it over, or just
countries,
leave it right there?
None too happy, and I look forward to working with all the partners who are willing to join us in this.
And I would just close by saying...
Oh, it's already over. Maybe we'll start it over to hear what they said. And Iran's back.
Well, I think Kristi Noem did an excellent job over there, securing our border and keeping us focused on threats. And the president making a change. We all serve at the pleasure of the president. I'm sure Mark Wayne Mullen will do a fantastic job. He's been a friend of mine for a long time. But Kristi did a great job setting us up for success. So I don't have any concerns about whether or not the homeland will be covered down on. And I'll just end by saying I wish every American could get a chance to see what we see. I had a chance to go into the control room, into the Tactical Operations Center, go see these young men and women that are doing this, the dedication that they show at every level, the way they've refined their craft. I was talking to a young colonel who's iterating on how we target and how we find and fix different aspects of what the Iranians are trying to do. If they don't know what they're up against, and if they think they've got it solved for, they're wrong. And ultimately, the combination of our ingenuity, the skill, the professionalism, the discipline, and then the sheer weight of the capabilities of the U.S. military, what you're going to see may look routine. It might start to be like, oh, another boat, oh, another launcher, oh, another drone facility. What it takes to do this with the precision that we do is world-class. No one else can do it. And it's world-class Americans. Like the ones I saw here, like the ones that are coming home that we're going to greet home, that are the engine of what makes our country great. And so I'm so grateful for folks like those here at CENTCOM, at Central Command, who are under your command. Thank you for your decisive leadership. And all I'll say to you is what I say to them, keep going. Because the President and myself, we have your back. Thank you, Admiral. Appreciate it.
Thanks very much.
Thank you all.
I'm kind of curious to see what he had to say. Let me just rewind just a little bit. We'll skim
Right
through
commander in the lead. So
Let's see what you guys are saying. No volume. I don't know why people are saying that. I wonder if is there some kind of glitch going on? I mean, I have volume on my end. I checked my phone. I'm not sure why some people have volume and some don't. That's really strange. That's never happened to me on YouTube either. Like I'm browsing and I'm looking at people and it's just no volume unless it's on the person's end. Strange. I mean, I don't know. They said YouTube's been having all kinds of stuff, so could it be that? Guys posting more videos saying that it's massive destruction in Tel Aviv tonight. Let me look at the Tel Aviv camera. Damn. Reuters had a good live earlier. I wish I would have covered that. Let me see if they came back on. They're showing the skyline. Reuters. Oh, they're showing a different skyline though. We can get that on the screen. Maybe have two skylines. Oh, you don't hear Pete. Doesn't make any sense to me either.
now hand it over to
The audio. I see the audio waves for that too. What? The violent issue, and when you turn on subscribe mode. Oh, is that what it is? Oh shoot! Could that be the glitch? Turning on subscriber mode. Oh, you know what? I think there could be some validity to that because the other day I turned on subscriber mode when we were having that you could only talk Spanish glitch in the chat, and when I turned it on, I happened to be in the chat with my second account, It Can Mail Clips, and I noticed It Can Mail Clips. All of a sudden, it told me I'm not a subscriber. And I'm like, I am subscribed to It Can Mail. Like, what the hell? All of a sudden, I've been a subscriber all the time. It tells me I'm not a subscriber. I can't chat. And I've heard of that glitch happening to some people too. Maybe that's what it is. Very interesting. I wonder if I start the stream with it on before instead of turning it on after, maybe that'll stop it. Interesting.
Admiral Brad Cooper to give you an update right here from CENTCOM. Admiral.
Mr. Secretary, first orders. It's great to be here alongside the Secretary and representing the more than 50,000 men and women in uniform currently executing Operation Epic Fury. So, Mr. Secretary, first, thank you very much for your leadership and support and the very clear vision and objectives that you've given us to allow us to use overwhelming force against the Iranian terrorist regime. And thanks to all of you for attending today, and welcome to Tampa. We are now starting our 6th day of a historic mission to eliminate Iran's ability to threaten Americans. We are, if I could channel my inner Navy officer, we are at full speed ahead in executing orders given by leadership in Washington.
There we go. Oh, because it ended. I refresh it.
threats that we will soon welcome at no increases. Our capabilities,
Huh.
we have only just begun to fight and fight decisively. Having a chance to hear from Admiral Cooper. If you think you've seen something, just wait. The amount of combat power that's still flowing, that's still coming, that we'll be able to project over Iran is a multiples of what it currently is right now when you add up our capabilities and those of the Israeli Defense Forces. And we have no shortage of authorities. The Admiral knows we have clear objectives with maximum authorities on the battlefield. The dumb, politically correct wars of the past were the opposite of what we're doing here. They had vague objectives with restrictive, minimalist rules of engagement. No more. Our authorities, his authorities, CENTCOM's authorities through the president and myself are maxed out. Our capabilities are overwhelming and gathering still, as are those of our Israeli partners. Our munitions are full up, and our will is ironclad, which means our timeline is ours and ours alone to control. As long as it takes to ensure the United States of America achieves these objectives. And as we flow more forces and
Israel, Jerusalem. Okay. Let me check when the last, what was the last alert that went out? An hour ago. Okay. Let's see, full archive. An hour ago. Okay. So I'm gonna show you too some of the. Get a little chance here. I'm gonna show you some of the clips that are coming out. I don't know. Seems crazy.
As we flow more capabilities and as our munitions, as we're flying over the top, have even more devastating effects, we set the tempo, we set the timeline, led by the commander on the ground. Our ear is to the ground to listen to Admiral Cooper, what he needs, and what he needs he will get. We are built for this fight, and we are in it to win it. And we have the right commander in the lead. So I'll now hand it over to Admiral Brad Cooper to give you an update right here from CENTCOM. Admiral.
Mr. Secretary, first, thank you very much and good afternoon and welcome to U.S. Central Command Headquarters, America's War-Fighting Headquarters. It's great to be here alongside the Secretary and representing the more than 50,000 men and women in uniform currently executing Operation Epic Fury. So, Mr. Secretary, first, thank you very much for your leadership and support and the very clear vision and objectives that you've given us to allow us to use overwhelming force against the Iranian terrorist regime. And thanks to all of you for attending today and welcome to Tampa. We are now starting our 6th day of a historic mission to eliminate Iran's ability to threaten Americans. We are, if I could channel my inner Navy officer, we are at full speed ahead in executing orders given by leadership in Washington. The President and Secretary Hegseth have been crystal clear in their expectations, and we are at a high level of execution. As described by the Secretary and earlier this week by me, U.S. combat power is building as Iranian combat power declines. Our air dominance allows us to hit Iran's center of gravity with overwhelming power and reach. A couple of examples. In just the last 72 hours, America's bomber force has struck nearly 200 targets deep inside of Iran, including around Tehran. And in just the last hour, U.S. B-2 bombers dropped dozens of 2,000-pound penetrator bombs, targeting deeply buried ballistic missile launchers. Notably, we've also struck Iran's equivalent of Space Command, which degrades their ability to threaten Americans. Then, if I just look back over the last 24 hours of the operation compared to where we were at its start, Ballistic missile attacks have decreased by 90% since day one. Drone attacks have decreased by 83% since day one. Having said this, we remain vigilant. Our strikes against the Iranian Navy have intensified. You may have heard the president say just a little while ago that we have sunk or destroyed 24 ships. That was true at the moment. We're now up over 30 ships. And in just the last few hours, we hit an Iranian drone carrier ship, roughly the size of a World War II aircraft carrier. And as we speak, it's on fire. The president gave
the size of a full carrier?
Now up over 30 ships. And in just the last few hours, we hit an Iranian drone carrier ship, roughly the size of a World War II aircraft carrier. And as we speak, it's on fire. The president gave us another task, to raise or level Iran's ballistic missile industrial base. So we're not just hitting what they have, we're destroying their ability to rebuild. And so as we transition to the next phase of this operation, we will systemically dismantle Iran's missile production capability for the future, and that's absolutely in progress. This is going to take some time, but our forces are well supplied, as the Secretary said, and we are absolutely ready to prosecute this mission decisively. Our combined joint forces have relentlessly destroyed Iran's air defenses over the past few days, and they've continued hunting for more systems to kill. Our air defenders are operating at the very top of their game. I couldn't be prouder, shoulder to shoulder with our partners in the region in many cases, providing the most integrated air defense network in Middle East history. We are fighting to win. Through combined U.S. and Israeli combat power, we will continue decimating Iran's ability to project power outside its borders. And if I can just conclude by saying a strong salute to the brave men and women who are out on the pointy edge of this, really doing exceptional work. I just couldn't be prouder, and I know the American people share in that same pride. So thank you very much.
Absolutely. And with that, we'll take a few questions. Yeah, right here.
Okay, well, all right. All right, let's see what else is popping and going on, man. There's a lot that's happened today. Trying to see the best feeds too. Oh. Now, the Lebanon says their deaths. I read somewhere it's about 100 and something that were dead. Oh, 123 with 683 wounded. Tel Aviv, that's Tel Aviv right there. I just have a hard time believing this. I don't know. But they posted this an hour ago. Developing report. Iraqi police and Basra say their forces have been dispatched to search for a U.S. pilot who ejected from his fighter jet. No confirmation. Now the command, the U.S. Center Command, they had posted earlier that they were fact checking. Oh, they already did it an hour ago. They fact checked it, but they did one this morning too. Fact check this whole thing of it's not true. There's no pilot that was ejected or was hit or whatever. But people are. It seems like people are just making up stories. And by the way, apparently CNN, they're heading into Iran. Pete said it's BS. Like, I don't know if you saw that. They're inside Iran. I don't know what they're going to... I guess they're going to start broadcasting from inside. That should be interesting to see. This was Trey Yingst about an hour ago. He said police recovered part of an Iranian ballistic missile fuel cell and a piece of cluster munition warhead.
You can see here part of the fuel cell from an Iranian ballistic missile. This was recovered on the outskirts of Tel Aviv during this war. And we know that the Israelis are responding to these scenes and finding oftentimes large fragments or pieces of fuel cells after these interceptions take place overhead. They're also showing us what they say here is part of the cluster munition that the Iranians have attached on the top of some of these ballistic missiles that can be incredibly dangerous for the population below.
Good. That's crazy. Huge ass bomb like that. United States military officials have announced that American forces have sunk 30 Iranian ships. Dang. Lots went down. I forgot who else they shot today. Shit was like really crazy. Sri Lanka evacuates over 200 sailors from another. Sri Lanka's out there saving these guys. Yesterday, the ship that was hit from a submarine, where they said 80-something people had died at the time, they had rescued a bunch of people too from that ship. Chat shut down. We just getting started. This thing over here shutting down. Come on, baby. The USB cable is what it is. Okay, I'll fix it in a little bit. We'll fix it. Live updates. House joins Senate in rejecting resolution to halt Trump's attack on Iran. Oh, what the hell? You heard that? Oh. Holy moly. Yo, that's crazy to just hear those explosions like that. Let me just replug this. I want to be able to see the chat. Oh, is that it? Or hard to even tell. There's smoke everywhere. I don't look like this thing's gonna be over anytime soon, this war. Florida? You talking about Miami? Newberry, Florida. Where's Newberry, Florida? That far? Come on. There we go. All right, let's keep seeing what else is going on. What else is popping? Israeli airstrike reportedly have struck al-Misfire in Beirut. Let's see what's going on with CNN, because I heard they went into Iran. I don't know if they're going to make it back out. What the heck? Ghobeiry is inside of Iran.
We're making fairly good progress towards Tehran. It is a very, very long drive, though. Some things that we are seeing, we already went past one place where apparently there had just been an airstrike. There was thick black smoke billowing over one place, so it seemed like a fairly fresh airstrike. Also some destroyed buildings that we saw from our vantage point as we were driving past. The other thing that I would also say is that there are definitely more checkpoints than usual. We did see checkpoints with fairly heavily armed security personnel. Other than that, though, it seems as though things are going on, and we certainly don't see any sign of order collapsing here. Taking a quick break for a coffee along the way. We've been driving for several hours. There's a couple of things that we've noticed. Number one is that, first of all the shops are open. All the shops are really well stocked, even with fresh things, like, for instance, fruits and vegetables. Coffee, obviously, also available as well. And then also the gas stations. There's no long lines as gas stations. Fuel seems readily available, and you just don't see any sort of degree of panic anywhere.
Oh yeah, I did have the video from this lady that was pretty interesting. See if I can find it. She was like a resident of Iran. Well, I'm trying to think who I'm thinking of, because there was one lady, she said, yeah, I'm in Iran. No, it's a different one. Because there was somebody that made a post, a viral post, and she's like, I'm in Iran, I live in Iran, and blah, blah, blah. And they looked up her ex, she wasn't even in there. The account's not from Iran. Where's this lady? This one here. This one had a, kind of an interesting... This lady says, I got an update from inside Iran. I should probably follow this account. Let's see what she said. She got an update from inside. Doesn't mean she put inside. But her mother's in there, I think. Okay, let's hear it.
I have an update from inside Iran for those who are genuinely worried about people. The mainstream media are telling you crap because they want to use your natural reaction to stop the war and save the regime. My mother called me this morning to reassure me that everyone is safe. She had to call because the regime has cut off the internet again. It's a crime to cut off the internet on people during war, yet the regime does that. She said there have been loud explosions. It is still ongoing, more than in the 12-day war last summer, but nobody is panicking. Everyone is chill because they know from experience that they are all targeted, they're precise, and mostly from residential areas. And for those targets that are closer to the residential areas, like mosques and siege bases inside neighborhoods, She said many people have received phone calls warning them to evacuate beforehand. It is consistent with what we learned from 12-day war. She also said even though we're close to the holidays, families are staying home as President Trump and Prince Reza Pahlavi instructed them. And they are avoiding public places like schools because we know for a fact that the regime uses them as human shield. So this is exactly why we Iranians in exile keep saying thank you to Trump and Netanyahu. You can clearly see how much attention and effort they put into protecting civilians, our families, while the regime deliberately targets high-density residential areas to maximize civilian casualties, not just in Israel, but in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, in Qatar. Our only real concern right now is the regime itself, the malfunctioning of their made-in-China missiles and their ongoing use of people as human shields. And how do we know about this human shielding? In 2020, the regime fired 2 missiles at a passenger plane full of Iranians and children near Tehran, right after attacking a US base in Iraq. They expected Trump to hit back hard, so they could play the victim card. But Trump didn't retaliate and they miscalculated. And we Iranians learned in a very painful way what this regime is capable of. I know many of you are worried. Please stay calm. No one wants war, but we have been left with no other choice. This regime is a cancerous tumor, and at this point, the only option is an invasive surgery. Please be patient, stay hopeful, and pray for the American and Israeli heroes, and for my people to stay safe and pass this storm. Please share this video as much as you can with your friends, because, as I said, you can't trust mainstream media on this topic anymore.
Okay, you've spoken. He has spoken. Oh, I just got an alert. Got a citizen's alert. Let me put you guys up right here. What's up, everybody? Welcome. If you could help me with the like buttons. We're going to be following some of the updates that's going on today, the craziness, insanity. That was strange noises. It's not me. It's not me. All right, let's check. Let's get some of the official. What's going on over here? Everybody in the club. Iran was like denying too. They were accused of hitting an airport, and they're denying. I'm gonna have to look into that and see what exactly happened. What the hell? Oh, that was weird. Lost sound for a second. All right. That's what you guys are saying. Now I can see you guys in the chat again. Just trying to figure out what the hell happened. No, 870 American casualties. They've been saying all kinds of insane stuff. Evacuation at Full House CDC. Authorities received a bomb threat on North Child Development Center. They got like a different view. Let me show this. I don't know. This is like all smoked out. Uh-oh. Confrontation line. Some type of alert just went out. They got something going on over here too. Different skylines. It barely looks like it's moving to me though. Oh, I mean the lights are flashing, I guess. We're up and running, man. Smooth, I think. Let me check for updates.
The clerk will report the title of the concurrent resolution.
Resolution 38, concurrent resolution directing the President, pursuant to Section 5C of the War Powers Resolution, to remove United States Armed Forces from unauthorized hostilities in the Islamic Republic of Iran.
The question is on the adoption of the concurrent resolution. Members will record their votes by electronic device. This is a 5-minute vote.
So basically, the House joins Senate in rejecting resolution to halt Trump's attack. Okay. First U.S. charter evacuation flight from Mid-East lands outside of Washington. I remember seeing something kind of crazy about the flight, charter flight. Let me look it up. I thought it was like a Daily Mail article. It's a U.S. charter flight. I don't know if this is true. Daily Mail did an article. It says White House helps MAGA influencers flee. MAGA influencers, including famous dog walker, flee Middle East war zone on a private jet. What? The White House has helped MAGA influencers escape from the Middle East on a private jet, while more than 1 million ordinary Americans are still trapped with no way out. Trump advisor Alex Bruisewitz, dog walker Sarah Dather, and former lobbyist Jay Footlick, that's his name, Jay Footlick, were among six who managed to flee the country on a chartered plane. Wow. Oh, they even got a picture of them. It's not even a secret. Okay, well, damn. They out of there. Tick tock, don't stop. Oh, oh, oh. I saw some people talking about it, and I'm like, that's not true, is it? I don't think that's the charter plane they're talking about, though, like the news. I wonder who was on the other. Let me see. Officially, they posted. They've been talking about it. This is the first U.S. charter evacuation flight from the Middle East lands outside of Washington. Was that the same people or somebody else? When you got money, they take care of you. Yeah, you're good to go. I don't like that the screens are doing all this weird overlapping. When you got money, anything's possible. I'm showing a lot of images too, a lot of imaging. So we got 2 skylines, smoky skylines. The AP one keeps refreshing a lot. I don't know what's going on with AP. Maybe just a connection. I kind of want to see what else is out there though. Let me just go through this a little bit. What kind of feeds? Yeah, Al Jazeera's talking about that same video clip, you see? Or they're playing the clip.
Keeps up its retaliation for the death of Khamenei and the US and Israeli attacks on wide raid territory in Iran itself. Now, the IRGC, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, says that it launched Wave 21 of Operation True Promise, which is its retaliation campaign. Now, that was a combined drone and missile strike package, which it said included the Khaybar Shikan missile.
Yeah, this is that Central Israel. Look at the caption. Well, let me get it bigger for you. You probably can't see that. Supposedly Central Israel. No video on Rumble? Oh yeah, what happened? What happened? Okay, I'll get to it. I feel like everything's being weird today. Everything's having a problem.
With a cluster warhead. Now, sirens have been sounding across Tel Aviv. There has been fairly widespread damage in central Israel, including fires being started in Tel Aviv. But the ambulance service says no injuries have been reported. And the most recent development is that the Home Command has basically said that some of the areas that had been told that they had to shelter, they can now come out of their shelters and go back to their homes. Now,
touch the mouth by accident.
The Khaybar Shikan missile is actually a pretty sophisticated missile, one of the most recent additions to Iran's arsenal. It's a medium-range ballistic missile, and when it comes back into its sort of terminal descent, the warhead is maneuverable, and as it's coming down, it basically opens up and it spreads about 20 sub-munitions over an area of about 8 kilometers squared. Each of those sub-munitions has about 2.5 kilograms worth of explosives in it, so it can cause a pretty serious amount of devastation. The use of cluster munitions, of course, is banned by many countries under a convention that prohibits their use. Israel and Iran, though, have not signed up to that convention, and this is not the first time that Iran has been using these cluster munitions against Israel in this conflict so far.
Tauhid Asadi is live for us in Tehran. And Tauhid, while Iran has been launching those strikes against Israel, there have also been a number of incoming strikes on Iran throughout the day. What can you tell us the latest from what's happening in the capital? All right, we will come back to Tauhid in just a moment, but John Hendren is standing by for us in Washington, D.C. And John, we heard a number of updates today from the U.S. administration. We heard from the president, we heard from the Secretary of Defense, we heard from the leader of CENTCOM. What can you tell us about how they're seeing this military operation move into its second phase?
Well,
that's interesting. What happened in central Israel? What happened in Israel? That's that central Israel. It's Al Jazeera. That's some old video, is it? Gotta be careful, man, out there. Let me check again. Let's check the updates. I think we need to, at some point, we're just chilling right now. We'll go back to the other, some of the other stuff earlier today. Oh, they said also in Bahrain arrests 4 people for filming Iranian strikes and expressing sympathy. Wow. Wow. Fake. All right. Thank you. I tried looking into that video earlier in the stream because somebody else posted it. I couldn't find it. Like as far as like a match for being fake. I found a different one that a lot of media was talking about. They were doing a fact check on it. Who needs the CIA when you have social media? Disinformation campaigns. Who needs that when you got social media? Do the work for them. Screenshot of that. And today it was like, I feel like anytime I'm off, it's like all this crazy shit's happening. Oh my god, you're so insane! And you get on, it's just like, I'm like quiet. We did hear an explosion, like a bomb or something a little bit ago. Something popped off. Oops, something went off. They're saying here, U.S. orders evacuation of its Kuwait embassy. Yeah, you gotta get out of there. American B-2 bombers have dropped dozens of 2,000-pound bombs, COM commander says. The charter flight, here's some more information about the charter flight. Charter flight with hundreds of Americans lands at Dulles Airport. Okay. So they got some people out. Trump says operation in Iran will benefit gas prices and stock market in the long term. There's a lot of people that can't wait for the long term instant gratification. You know, I gotta have it now, I gotta see it now, results. Trump says Iran is decimated for a 10-year period. And he also said Trump told Reuters he's not concerned about gas rising. It's not his problem. Okay, he didn't say that. The last part he didn't say. People would be like, what? Y'all wanted eggs, now y'all want gas? What? I'm just kidding. Can't have everything. Son of Iran's slain supreme leader seen as possible successor. And I don't know if you watched my live yesterday, they put on a hit piece on him. The intelligence agency, there was a Daily Mail article that said he had went for treatment for like, I don't know how many months or whatever, to the UK or somewhere, for impotency. And the article literally referenced the intelligence agency. I'm like, damn, I guess they take you out any way possible. It must have been a lady at the agency who's like, this is the plan. Jeez. Al Jazeera. Put the volume down just low. See if we hear sirens in Tel Aviv. Just low. Okay. What was so interesting earlier too is like I saw some crazy shit. Was it earlier today? I don't know where they were. They were like in the city. There was cars. It was. I guess it was an evacuation. Maybe that was Reuters. You guys seen that? Let me look it up real quick. Oh, it was this video here. Traffic surges after Israel's evacuation order in southern Lebanon. Those people out there. Oh, they're just chilling. But I mean, I guess we didn't miss much, but this was earlier. Lebanon. People getting out, they say. Charter flights. Rumble, how you guys doing over there? Rumble be good. I fixed the video earlier, thank you. Yeah, I didn't have the screen locked in place. Oh my god, how long has it been like that? How long was it like that? Oh, let me see. Damn, like 30 minutes. Oh my god. I hit the mouse, I guess, and it moved the screen out of the way. I'm kind of curious with CNN now. Since they're in the middle of the insurgency in Iran, how'd they get exclusive access? They're not afraid? Why is CNN not afraid to go inside of Iran? Are they allowed in with permission or they snuck in? Had to be permission, right? Actually gonna move this here too. There we go. I think we're gonna switch this out so I can do my thing on the side. Oh, they were granted visas? I wonder if we should use the other feed as the main screen, honestly. I don't know, because it's just constant buffering. I mean, we'll keep it like this for now. Maybe we'll decide if we switch. Just constant buffering. I don't know if we should just go full screen with the other one. The other one might be even better quality. Well, it's hard to tell. Maybe not. Let me ask their chat. Are they just constantly buffering? Let's see. Yes, they are. Oh, okay. Somebody said yes. Because none of my other videos I'm watching are buffering. It's just this one. Yeah. What about Nancy? I haven't looked today. Oh, I saw some drama yesterday. I saw some guy on a bike. Well, he drove up to JLR and went off. He called them maggots. Honestly, when he first pulled up on the bike, I thought he said the F word. I thought he called him, you know, FAG kind of thing. I thought he called him that. I was like, damn. The guy was like pissed. Like, get out of here. And there's whatever, other people missing. And I forgot what they call them. Indigenous woman missing and all that stuff. Yeah, I heard there was a chase, but it was short, wasn't it? Last night. Yo, Cuba. Now that you mentioned Cuba, Green. I saw something somewhere earlier today where they had mentioned that Trump was in talks with Cuba. Let me see. What's going on with Cuba? Are they next? They were like working out a deal or something. Trump, Cuba. Oh my God. Trump says regime change in Cuba is question of time. Trump, Cuba going to fall, wants to deal after oil cutoff. Oh, I thought it was like maybe they were going to work something out. I guess not. Cuba's going to fall too. We cut off all oil, all money. We cut off everything coming in from Venezuela, which was the sole source. And they will want to make a deal. Damn, so Cuba's next? Cuba. What's fake news? You can literally Google it. Google Trump Cuba. It's all over the headlines. I don't know why people always say like fake news, like for the most simple, basic like search. It's not like a secret or something. You just go look it up. Just open your eyes. Yeah, literally. Look, Trump says he's eyeing change in Cuba next. It's all over the place. It is all over, man. No, but it's a distraction, man. It's a distraction. It's not real. It's like something else, you know, bro? Like, yeah. It's funny stuff. I don't know why it feels like Friday to me for some reason today. Even though it's like, I said, well, it's close enough, I guess. Be close enough. I feel like that too. I'm on the Middle East time. My sleep is all jacked up. And like, it's crazy. I think I am going to switch this from the main screen. I don't know. I just don't like the constant like loading. I'm annoying. Oh, you hear firing in the background. But I think this camera is the most action camera. That's the only thing. That's why I don't know, just to keep it up. I mean, unless I see something happening on the smaller cam, we'll switch it, but... Yeah, I covered that yesterday, Chivo. Thank you. I covered that yesterday. The fake painted helicopters or planes, if that's true. Friday vibes. Hey, let's do this. Oops, what the heck did I just do? There's something in the air. That's pretty dope. I like that. Ooh. Okay. Oh yeah, I was supposed to show you guys these clips too. We should probably once check out whatever's like on X as well. Yo, Eddie Bauer, is this like daughter missing or something? I saw something the other day. I don't remember what it was. Did I do that? Hear the shooting. Not even loaded. Is it? Oh, it is. Oh, snap. Okay, excuse me, mister. Yeah, you can hear the shooting in the distance. There we go. There. Oop. The sound. Yeah, man. So what else we have going on? I'm going to check for some official updates. I am going to check. Andy, thank you so much for the super chat. Shout out to our soldiers. May they come home safely. Yeah, I hope there's no more deaths, please. But Trump said there's likely probably going to be more. And even looking at Cuba, that's wild. Cuba too? No, man. Can't be. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support, yeah. Yeah, the Nancy stuff somebody was asking earlier. I don't know. I haven't seen like any significant updates. I saw that the family was at the house. The glove came back, and for somebody that worked at the Mexican restaurant, but he's not involved. And now apparently Savannah today went to NBC, like the studio or something, for the first time since everything's happened. So. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I gotta look into that, to the school thing. You know, get some more information about that missile. They're saying it was Iran, not the U.S., not Israel. What else we got? Oh yeah, this too. Let's see if there's anything else about that. The U.S. is now focusing on trying to systemically dismantle Iran's missile production capability. Oh, they finally put the ship out. The torpedo that struck the Iranian warship was fired by the USS Charlotte. I was warning yesterday, they didn't put it out. USS Charlotte. It fired 2 Mk-48 torpedoes. Let's see what the ship looks like. Oh. Find that maybe putting out notifications. I heard it. Rocket fired. Should have showed on the screen for some reason. It didn't show. Let's take a look anyway, though. Let's see. Rocket fire. Where's the button? They're getting a warning. Another little... Oh, it's the same place. Okay. Chiyah. Chiyah. Well past Haifa. Right by the border, actually, yeah. And Beirut's up here. Beirut. I keep saying it wrong. They corrected me yesterday. Beirut. Okay. USS Charlotte. Is. Don't mess around. USS Charlotte. They say Beirut. You got to say root. Oh, they got a feed, Layla? I wonder if that's what I was looking at earlier. Check Reuters. Oh yeah, I saw that feed. I haven't really seen anything popping up on that feed though. Maybe we can listen in. That'll be the third Beirut feed we have. I don't want to get too much on the screen, but we can just kind of listen in. Maybe I'll just listen in the back. We'll leave it playing in the background. In case we hear some kind of firing going off. So this was an hour ago. Mario posted this. He said this was air raid sirens reported across Kuwait. Let's see what happened here.
مشاهدينا نبدأ هذه الساعة بهذه الصور المباشرة من الكويت لدوي صفارات الإنذار الآن في الكويت نسمعها الآن.
Should actually let me see if it works. I gotta set it up to the translator. See if it can pick it up. Let's see if it works. See, try again. Okay, thank you, Ma. Appreciate it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna walk my mother to the car. Be right back. All right. Oh, let's see if this plays. Yeah.
مشاهدينا نبدأ هذه الساعة بهذه الصور المباشرة من الكويت لدوي صفارات الإنذار الآن في الكويت. نسمعها الآن على الهواء مباشرة بعد الهدوء الذي عم الكويت والعاصمة والمحافظات أيضا القريبة منها، كما نقل لنا مراسل العربية من هناك. صافرات الإنذار تعود لتدوي مرة أخرى في الكويت، كما نشاهد هذه الصور المباشرة أمامنا الآن.
Okay. Not bad. Worked good. All right. DCP. So interesting. That cluster thing. Oh, shit! Whoa! Oh! Oh, shit! Oh. We might have to rewind that. My camera was on it. May have to keep a smaller camera. Look, rewind it real quick. This was crazy. I didn't go back that far, did I? You kidding me? Yes, it was live, of course. What do you think we're doing here? Watching recorded stuff? Bro, I didn't go back that far. Oh, I didn't hit play. Oh my God. I thought I hit play. Oh, boom. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. That was nasty. Let me fast forward to the live now. Dang. I mean, that was a little thing though. What are they using? What's the Israel and US using? Mortars or something? They've run out of the unlimited supply? Oh, I don't know. Maybe I should, for now, maybe I should be in a different spot or something. I don't know. Here, maybe, just for now. That was crazy, man. Oh. Is any building fair game? Well, this is we're looking at. I think it kind of is. But I mean, they're supposed to have very targeted, you know, things that they're hitting. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that in a second. U.S. says 200 Iran targets hit in the past 72 hours. Wild. What happened? That was a crazy explosion. Perfect. Perfect. Video of the USS Charlotte on Iran ship. Oh yeah, we showed that yesterday. I think that clip's been up for a while. Oh, this is a. Oh, I feel like this is a longer version though. I don't think I saw this whole thing. I saw like a very short clip. I'll play for everybody. It was like a really short. Crazy. Yeah, huge. The fact that anybody survived. Crazy.
players, so we started with Pele. I don't know, you may be better than Pele. Pele was pretty good. Who's better?
Pele. Yeah. There's nothing. All right. After a week of strikes tied to Iran conflict, the Pentagon is already drawing up plans to replenish missiles that were used during the operations. Officials are planning a funding request to Congress to buy more Patriot, Tomahawk, and THAAD systems, all heavily used as the U.S. and Israel launch strikes. Hmm. Mm. Mm-mm. So this over here says Saudi Ministry of Defense just confirmed they knocked down 3 ballistic missiles fired from Iran, all aimed straight at Prince Sultan Air Base south of Riyadh. No hits, no damage reported. But then over here, footage allegedly shows a large fire at the Ali Al Salem Air Base in Kuwait after the U.S. Kuwaiti facility was reportedly struck. Oh, okay. It's interesting. They're just shooting everywhere. They're trying to hit anybody they can. Anybody can be a target. We could have been best friends. Everybody's being targeted. Damn. Mm-hmm. Let's see what's popping. This land is your land. This land is my land. Remember that song? Yeah. Oh, they're still talking to me? I thought they were done. The resolution thing?
My age.
It's live.
We have some math, and it's if you use a 6% discount rate, generational discount rate, you need 104% of my 3-year-old's lifetime income.
I think it's done already. They must be. Yeah, they rejected it. Piers Morgan. I watched Piers Morgan last night talk about the situation. Hey, Ellen. it's kind of a nice view, I think. Oh. The same one.
The president was already asking whether he should actually sub out Noam.
Whoa,
So the damage
is that true? Trump announces he's replacing Noam with Oklahoma Senator. Oh, hell no. Says fired. Removed. Oh. Wow. Oh, man. It really is in the times. Mm.
contract, meaning that no.
I like this guy. Let's get some update. That's old news. It happened today, right? It was a couple hours ago. I'm just hearing about it now. I'm just hearing about it now for the first time.
I'm speaking in a brand new interview with Axios, saying that he needs to be personally involved in selecting Iran's next leader, just like in Venezuela. Trump acknowledging that the fallen supreme leader's son could be the most likely successor, but the president making clear that option is, quote, unacceptable.
The rogue regime now conducting retaliatory strikes against at least 12 countries. The latest hitting Azerbaijan, far to Iran's north. Our chief foreign correspondent, Trey Yanks, leads off our coverage. He's in Tel Aviv for us this afternoon. Trey?
John, Sandra, good afternoon. Early this afternoon, I spoke with a senior military official who basically said there were 90 jets this morning and they hit 40 different targets across Iran. Already since that conversation, another wave of Israeli jets has flown to Iran again and is bombing targets across the country. This comes as we're getting some new video showing the Iranian Air Force trying to evade an Israeli plane, an F-35, that ultimately in a dogfight shoots down the plane. And you can see that video right here. The Israelis say this is the first time they have had an air kill like this since the 1980s. Israel's Prime Minister today, Benjamin Netanyahu, going to meet with U.S. and Israeli pilots at an airfield in southern Israel.
We continue to strike targets of the terror regime in Iran and also terrorist elements in Lebanon. The achievements are significant, but much work remains. I want to again thank my friend President Trump for the cooperation between us and between Israel and the United States. Together we will continue, and together we will accomplish our missions with God's help.
Officials here say that coordination is historic, and it's very important right now as the Iranians are continuing their ballistic missile launches against this country and regional Gulf countries. Last night, 3 separate alarms sounded across central Israel, sending people into bomb shelters. There were another 2 alarms today amid incoming Iranian ballistic missile fire. Now, the Iranians are now commenting on the war, saying this from Tehran.
We didn't start this war. This was not our war of choice. We were attacked. The aggressors are responsible for the consequences. They initiated this war, the same they did in June. So Iranians have no other choice other than continuing to resist, to defend their territory, their sovereignty, their security, as long as it takes.
That official failed to mention Iran's expanding ballistic missile program or their efforts to reach a nuclear bomb in those remarks. But as the Israelis are looking at comments and action to the east, they're also looking north into southern Lebanon, where ground forces are pushing to more defensive positions inside southern Lebanon. Also, earlier today, the Israelis issued a rare evacuation order for the entirety of southern Beirut, the Dahiyeh neighborhood. They've been hammering this neighborhood with airstrikes, trying to go after the Iran-backed Lebanese militant group, Hezbollah. John, Sandra?
Hey, Trey, just wondering, have you heard anything about Israeli officials hacking Iranian TV and putting up messages encouraging people to rise up against the regime? And for people who are with the military to defect?
Yeah, there's a massive amount of operations that are taking place behind the scenes, trying to ensure that the information the Israelis want the Iranian people to see is actually seen. Some of this has to do with the IDF Military Intelligence Directorate, the Amman unit, and this is led by Major General Shlomi Binder, who has been taking this intelligence operation to a new level in the region, so that not only are the Israelis able to confirm and control the information inside of Iran, they're also able to identify immediately which officials are going in to replace those who are killed in airstrikes, and they're immediately striking them. They say it's a game of cat and mouse almost. And once a new official comes into power to oversee a military unit or an IRGC headquarters after it's hit, they immediately target that individual. And again, this speaks to the coordination between the Israelis and the Americans as it relates to intelligence. And we are told that intelligence is actually leading a lot of these military operations that we're watching unfold.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me.
Emily Campagno. The Ukraine. We talked about that yesterday, like the offer for help. I don't know the U.S. asked for help, but actually apparently I'm looking it up now. It says it did. The request originated from the U.S. confirmed by Zelensky. He explicitly said we received a request from the United States against the Shah heads in the Middle East. You're Middle Eastern. It was involving the Middle Eastern and Gulf states. I don't know. I mean, I saw an interview yesterday. He was like, Zelensky was like, oh, like, I guess like it comes with a condition or something. Like, I don't know what's that condition. I guess, I don't know if that just means one hand washes the other or what kind of conditions we talking about. And I thought they're dealing with the whole ass war themselves. Well, the thing was he had offered like some specialists or something. But now that I'm seeing too, supposedly, I had read here at a cheap rate too, some as cheap as $1,000 to $10,000, low cost interceptor drones. And I really wonder if that is a problem for them because, you know, the Iran is supposedly making this stuff at really cheap compared to the amount that the U.S. and Israel is spending. But Trump said there's an unlimited amount of supplies. Even though now they said supposedly today they're requesting more funding. You know, that's probably part of it, I guess. Munitions cluster bomb. I want to play that in a minute here. I found a video clip. And I found some information to an article. I think I had it here somewhere. Boom, boom, boom. Man, Cuba. They talking about Cuba. We gotta take it. We got a lot of other things to handle first, man. I'm talking about Cuba. They're next. Better work out a deal. They come snatch you up. I gotta figure out why that's not popping up on the screen. The overlay. That's fun. Yeah, again, threats out there. I'd like for it to pop up on the screen, but anyway, let's take a look at the map. 1 minute ago. Was there other ones too? Oh yeah, that was it. Okay. Let's see what else. Well. Israel striking southern suburb of Beirut considers it a stronghold of Hezbollah. Hezbollah. Let's see. Goodbye. Pro-Iranian channels claim Hezbollah has launched additional rocket barrages from Lebanon to Israel. Ooh. Damage from an Iranian one-way attack. Drones seen to a hotel. Bahrain's capital, Manama, with the Ministry of Interior having previously reported damage to the two hotels. Yeah. Yeah, so two hotels and a residential building in Bahrain's capital were damaged by a drone.
those of you who do care, you start to
This is
walk
live.
through
I thought that
this
was
math.
pre-recorded. I
and
mean,
say,
from earlier.
how do you actually deal with the fact that these trust funds go empty in the next couple years, and our mix is changing, and yet the groups that make their money trying to... All right, let's do the question. Is borrowing a tax?
What does that have to do with the war?
Mr. Speaker, it's a simple question. Is borrowing a tax? It's money we owe, and we have to pay interest on it. It's a tax paid for by a future generation. Just as inflation is a tax on your savings. But we can hand out things. So last year, for every dollar we took in tax receipts, we spent $1.43. Now this year it's better. With what President Trump did, what we did here, we pushed down some of the spending. We made our first.
That's funny, Sinful.
And even then, the spending still goes up. It just
Thank you for the super chat. Sinful said, I just saw a meme where Bonnie Blue is being deployed to Iran as a biological weapon. Hell nah. Hell nah. I'm about to screenshot your post. That woman, I mean, I don't know. She's nasty. I don't want to do it. Okay, there we go. Damn. Okay. I don't know what this guy's going on about. Lawmaker speaks on House floor about Iran conflict.
Just wanted to be more efficient. And we have a math problem. There's something in there where we have identified, and this is also from the MedPAC report, we'll call it excess premiums for Medicare Advantage. And this last year, we think it came in about $13+ billion. What's funky about this is part of that exposure ends up on Medicare Part B and Medicare Advantage, or traditional Medicare. This one's the traditional Medicare, this is the MA. And what that means is you're paying it. If you're on Medicare, particularly if you're on traditional Medicare.
I can't listen to this dude. The hell did I thought it's labeled amid Iran conflict. Oh, speak on House. Oh, it says amid. I'm not trying to hear that, man. People worry about making it till tomorrow, day after, next year. Let's see what else I had bookmarked. Yeah, this was the cluster munitions, right? That was kind of... I mean, the cluster munitions was a while ago, but... Let's see where I read up about it. It's just interesting because I wonder how all those Iron Dome and the arm and whatever else it's called would handle all that stuff in the air. Would it detect all that? Would it try to shoot at it, or what did they do? Does it overwhelm the system? It says cluster munitions appear to detonate over central Israel. A short while ago, Iran's IRGC announced what it said was a combined drone and missile attack in Tel Aviv areas in central Israel. They said they included the attack package the Khyber Shikan with a cluster munition warhead. Damn, that sounds kind of gangster. The Khyber Shikan. We have seen videos of what the cluster munitions detonating over central Israel and raining down sub-munitions across a pretty wide area. There are no casualties being reported. Okay. Cluster munitions are banned under an international treaty, but if the countries themselves have signed, like, but only if they've signed the convention. Okay. If they haven't signed it, they're not a part of it. Don't care about your treaties. This is the guy that went to Matt Chance's CNN was forced to escape southern Beirut neighborhood as the Israeli military warned of an airstrike. Okay. Who's the guy that went inside of Iran? Oh, here he is. Frederick. Wow. Damn. They said a shepherd in Lebanon evacuating his herd of goats. Wow. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. The goats.
لوين طالع؟
طالعين على البحر الغربي.
قد ايه لك كم ساعة؟
صار لي نهارين ماشي. يومين.
قد ايه متوقع توصل بقد ايه وقت؟
بدي 5 ايام. أنا يومين وبدي 3 ايام بعد لو.
Trying to get up. No. I hear something in the air. I'm flying through the air. Brandon, that'd have been crazy. Imagine, man. Oh, the light's right there. I didn't realize that. Is that the same light from last night? That's the same one. Imagine. Love the goats. It says that Iran says its forces are fighting with calculated management and are prepared for long-term war. Iran says it's developed new military innovations and weapons that have not been used. So prepare. Oh, I got to. Oh, the thing. There you go. Thank you so much for the super chat. Forgot I gotta fix that. Let me do that right now, real quick. Oh, and what that sound? Is that missile warnings? That little beep bomb sound warnings? Hey. Oh, we're getting double audio from somewhere. Where the hell's that coming from? Oh, the other feed has the same audio. No. How the hell are they double audioing on their own stream? It's from their own stream. Are they listening to themselves? Then Nancy Pelosi, her voice is more annoying than the nuclear warhead. That is so weird. Their own stream is double looping. No. Saudi Ministry of Defense just confirmed they not. Don't you tell me. Yeah, we did that already. Another alert. All right, see what else we got. Anything else? Anything else? Christy Nome is trending. Damn, nah, man. Let's see, is it working? Still not working. Let me refresh it. That Kristi Noem lied to Congress about getting his approval. Trump says Kristi Noem lied to Congress about getting his approval for $220 million ad featuring herself. Hell no. Yo, what kind of ad do you need to do? $200 million? This is hours ago, but oh, come on, Kristi. Kristi, we can't do that, Kristi. What the hell is this? Oh, God. Trump said I never knew anything about it. She made an ad for what? Kristi Noem rides a horse while filming an ad at Mount Rushmore? Bro. What the? All right. Let's see. That last alert 2 minutes ago. Another area here. Margolot, Kirat. Let's see if I can get it to pop up on the screen. Something's wrong with it. Christy saying ain't so, Christy. Let me see if I can fix this. Hmm. Interesting. Iran said it would fire off everything they had as quickly as they could. So Iran said they would fire off everything as quickly as they could, but now they have more missiles. They've always said they have a bunch of missiles. As far as I've known, they've always said we have this underground stock and we can go to war for a very long time, forever. Damn, Chrissy, the guy like that. Ain't no way that she was $230 million. What the hell? That's crazy. Oh my gosh, they got the commercial. They pulled up the commercial. Oh no, this was $200 million? Hold on, man. Can we see this shit? Yo. This ain't Christy Nome got fired because she spent $200 million on this ad and Trump never knew about it. $200 million?
Why do I love these wide open spaces? They remind me of why our forefathers came here. Not just for its beauty, but for the freedom only America provides. I'm Christy Nome. From the cow.
It sounds like some type of money laundering scheme. Ain't no way you could do this on your phone.
Boys who tamed the West, to the titans who built our cities, to the dreamers who chased the impossible. America has always rewarded vision and grit. Our greatness calls people to us for a chance to prosper, to live how they choose, to become part of something special. Anyone who searches for freedom can always...
Nah, that doesn't sound right to me. That does not sound right to me. They need to follow that money. They need to follow that money. Thank you, baby.
I'm asking you, sorry to interrupt, but the president approved ahead of time you spending $220 million running TV ads across the country in which you are featured prominently.
Yes, sir. We went through the legal processes, did it correctly,
Did the president
worked
know
with
you were going to do
OMB.
this?
Yes.
He did?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
And one thing, Senator, I think would be helpful to know is how effective that communications has been. That
Well, they were
overwhelmingly
effective in your name recognition. I mean, I personally...
Working. There we go. Perfect.
I mean, to me, it puts the president in a terribly awkward spot. And I'm not saying you're not telling the truth. It's just hard for me to believe, knowing the president.
That's insane, man. Yeah, they need to find out who do they pay? Who's those video editors that put together that crappy video, that low quality crappy video? What was that? Anybody could do that. 200 million? No, that sounds like some type of scam and money laundering shit going on there. Nah. They need to investigate that. Does she know the people she paid? Was that in the family, a best friend? Are they siphoning the money back to her? What's going on? 200 million for that shit? Nah. Nah. I'm sorry. You got to go. I don't care who you are. You got to go. That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Be ashamed and embarrassed. Okay, so, well, that was 40 minutes ago, but they gave kind of an update today. Well, this is from Al Jazeera, but let's just see. It says at least 330,000 people have been forcibly displaced across the Middle East. United Nations Refugee Agency said that includes at least 100,000 people estimated to have fled Tehran in the recent days, 84,000 people in Lebanon, and roughly 118,000 people in Afghanistan and Pakistan. Ooh. Is she playing something wrong? Am I tripping? Am I hearing voices in my head? That's muted. I do hear something. Bottom of that. Aha. There you go. Much better. They literally said 200 million. I don't know what to tell you. They're asking her. Oh, shoot. I closed that window out. Oh, shit. This camera caught, like... They caught the audio. Let's see a second. They didn't catch the, like, the actual visual explosion, but... Oh, it did catch it. Oh, I thought it did. It's just a flashing light. I caught the explosion. There it is. I don't know which was that Beirut? I think that was Beirut because their audio levels go up. Ooh. At Beirut. And the set on my screen? Main screen, I missed it? Oh my god. Oh wow. Also, what happened at the same time? Damn, there's like 3 screens and somehow I didn't even see it. There it is, it's coming. Yeah, wow. Holy crap. That was intense. Wow. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's do something here. Some new titles. Let's do that. Let's do that, baby. Mel, what's good? Oh, I was making a new title and thumbnail, but yeah, I was updating a title and thumbnail. I'm actually making a thumbnail right now. I'm almost done. It's crazy. I guess it's so, like I said the other day, I feel like I've like been kind of like catching the aftermath, not really when it's happening, kind of, you know. Earlier today, but Beirut burns. I was being a little quiet too, because I don't think people really like when you're like playing video clips and all this stuff. They kind of like just kind of quiet and little updates and monotone. I was let people just listen and fall asleep. Oh, Beirut. What it is, what it do. Oh, another one? Oh, you heard that? Well, another one has sound like, yeah. Wow, wow. That's happening, man. It's coming in. Holy crap. Yeah, look at all the smoke. They're getting lit up, man. So everybody's trying to get out. Sports, thank you. Thank you, thank you. shit. Iran killed 1,230 people, injured. Death toll in Iran from U.S. Israel has risen to 1,230. Yeah, look at the fire out there in the background too. Oof. Crazy. It's crazy. Bunny Boo, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Damn, that looks so crazy, man. I'm just looking at some pictures of Beirut. See, maybe I have to share some of them. Or maybe more coming. guys are crazy. Beirut. Hellfire. Chaos in the streets. There you go. All right, got that updated now. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it says Israel launches overnight strikes on Beirut, southern and eastern Lebanon. You can see a few of the strikes here. Many were forced to remain on the roads, including along Beirut's seaside promenade, sleeping in the cold on a mattress. Wow. Damn. I don't know. Analysis. Let me see. The New York Times came out with an article about the schoolgirl attack. Oh, this was a day ago. So. Oh, they want you to sign up. Stranded Americans arrive at JFK from Jordan. Got them out. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it. I guess I'm gonna call it for now. If action picks up and it's really interesting, I'll come back. And we'll keep an eye. We'll keep monitoring things. Oh. All right, pimps. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. Prayers to the deceased ones and families and all the displaced families. I'll be keeping an eye to see how this whole mess turns out. Messy, so messy. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Bye. Bloop, bloop. Catch you later.